Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and fans of Moose Knuckle. Welcome to this episode of Random Projects. Today, we have a Dana 30 out of a Jeep Cherokee, and we are going to be welding this thingamajig to this doodad, this whatchamacallit to something under there, and something else over there. And the more I look at this, the more I really don't feel like doing this today. So stay tuned for the next episode of this project. I'm out. That's not a good camera angle. Good day, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Random Projects with Felix. I just came up with that right now. Today we're going to actually work on this Dana 30. Now this came out of the front of an XJ, and today we're going to be doing a few simple things to it. We're going to be trussing it right there to stiffen it up. And we're going to be adding 2 skid plates right to the lower control arm brackets, just to protect them from smacking off tons of rocks. It's not really a whole lot to it. It was already pretty much gutted. We did a little bit of prep work on it, but I have a little bit more on the housing. Fairly simple once you get it out. I didn't do that. That's the dirty part. I get to do the easy job. Like I said, not much to it. Let's get started.
Was a town roof drifter on a Saturday night. I knew I'd all but lost my life a time or two ago. I drink a cold beer after ride whiskey on ice. With a cockback smile, I was dangerous twice a time or two ago. I stay out way too late at night, knowing damn well I didn't stand a chance if I tried. A time or two ago, I didn't know love will come for you when it's often unexpected too, and it'll drag you through it all.
Skid plate on this side. That'll withstand a lot. And then down here we have our gusset. Now, if you noticed, I did use a torch. If you're wondering why I was using a torch to heat it up, is the housing is a cast, and a lot of times if you weld cast, it has a tendency to crack by the difference in how fast it cools. So I was using a torch to heat that up prior to welding it, so it has a less chance of cracking, and then I helped it cool slower with the torch. I did get this one had a little bit of a crack in it, but I just went over it. I ended up actually going over it with some stainless to give it a little bit of strength, but she ought to be ready to go. Let's get her put in. Wait a minute. Remember this axle that I said was easy? It wasn't too bad. Well, guess what my dumbass did? You see that? And that? Yeah, they're backwards.
Good job.
Weigh you down and it pulls you up to solid ground. But will you stand or will you fall? Or will you fall? I put a price tag on it that you couldn't afford. Took my chances away in this old black Ford. A time or two ago, I run away with the picture in the back of my mind, thinking I could have had that life if I tried. A time or two ago, but I didn't know love will come for you when it's often unexpected too, and it'll drag you through it all. Weigh you down and it pulls you up to solid ground. But will you stand or will you fall? Or will
Alright,
you
so
fall?
here's the axle finally finished after I realized that the skid plates were on backwards. They didn't fit perfect the way that they were supposed to go. So that's why I had them flipped around, because they fit a lot nicer. So I had these flipped the other direction. Once I realized that it would probably end up hitting here, I cut them off and flipped them around. Had to modify the fronts a little bit, but now they're on the right way. So she's all done. Well, thanks again for joining me, and let's go find another project.